Hello, in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to use the HTML5 video tag to embed videos in your web page. So if you haven't already had a look at the tutorial on adding audio to a web page using the HTML5 audio tag, then I suggest going and watching that. Go to watch that now, and then watch this, because once you know how to use the audio tag, it's really easy to use the video tag. It's quite easy to add videos to your web page. So to get started, in the body section of your web page, you need to use the video tag. So add video, and then we'll close it off, the closing video tag. Okay, but in the first video tag, we need to add a little bit of extra information. So firstly, we need to specify the width and the height of the video. We don't have to, we can leave that blank, but it is best to specify the width and the height of the video, because if you have a really big video and you only want it to fit into a smaller section of the web page, then it's a good idea to specify that. Otherwise it will take up quite a large section of the web page, and it might be really hard for the user to view the video. So it's a good idea to add the width and the height, and also to add controls and possibly the autoplay feature if you want to add that. So before we add the width and the height, we actually need to know what the width and the height of the video is. So in the same folder as my web page, I have this video here. It's just a simple little flash animation. It's an MPEG-4 or MP4 video. And if I have a look at the information about this file, I can see the dimensions are 550 by 400. So the width is 550 pixels and the height is 400 pixels. Okay, so I can add to my video tag here, I can add video width equals 550 and height is equal to 400. Okay, then it's a good idea to add controls as well in there so that the user can actually control the video. And then inside this video tag, we're going to specify the source of the video and what type of file it is. So we use the source tag and the source attribute, and we specify the file name of the video. Now, if it's in the same folder as your web page, then you just specify the file. If the video is in a separate folder, then you need to specify the full directory and file name of that folder. For example, mywebpage.com/videos/myvideo.mpeg4. Okay, but my file name is animation.mp4, and it's in the same folder as my web page, so I don't need to specify the folder. Specify the type as video/mp4, it's an mpeg4 file. Okay, and that's the end of the source tag. What is important to note is browser compatibility. So with the HTML5 video tag, MP4 works in all the major browsers. So it works in Chrome, Firefox, Safari, Internet Explorer, and Opera. The WebM file type works in Chrome, Firefox, and Opera, and OGG works in Chrome, Firefox, and Opera. If your users have Internet Explorer or Safari, then currently MP4 is the only supported file type. So MP4 is a good one to use because it's supported by all the major browsers, but it is a good idea to have a few different video file types available in case the one you're using isn't, or one of the ones you're using isn't compatible with the browser that your user is using. So for example, if I copy this line, we can add extra file types. Okay, so we can have MP4, OGG, and WebM, but you need to actually have those videos in your folder as well, which I don't have. I just have MP4. But that's how you specify different alternative video files for the user if, say, their browser wasn't compatible with one or two of these file types. What you can then also add inside your video tag is a little message that will display in the browser in case the user is using an older browser that isn't compatible with the HTML5 video tag. So you can just say something like your browser doesn't support the HTML5 video tag. Consider upgrading to a newer browser. Something like that. Something not too mean. Okay, so we've got the video tag here with the width and the height specified. We've added controls, specified the source and the file type. We've added a little message for the browser, so that will display if the browser is old and not compatible with the HTML5 video tag. And we've closed off that video tag. We can save it and we can view this in the browser. There we go. So we've got the video here. It's 550 by 400 pixels. We've got controls so we can play that video. Okay. There's no sound with this video file, by the way, but if there was, you would hear the sound. We could change the width and the height if we wanted to. We could add autoplay as well. So if we refresh the page, the video will begin playing straight away as soon as the page loads. Keep in mind though that the autoplay attribute doesn't work on mobile devices like iPads and iPhones, and at the moment it doesn't work in Safari or Opera browsers, so just keep that in mind. You can also add loop as well. We refresh, that video will autoplay and it will automatically loop as well. Okay, and if you've got autoplay and loop, or you've just got autoplay, then you don't necessarily need to have controls. So if you just want a video playing and you don't want the user to have any control over playing it or stopping it or changing the volume, then you can get rid of controls. But that's not really a very nice thing to do, because if they want to stop playing the video, they have to close the web page or the browser, and you don't really want to force people away from your web page. Thanks for watching.